Good evening. Much of the key work debunking supernatural myth was carried out in the 1970s by American paranormologists Norville Rogers, Frederick Jones, Daphne Blake and Velma Dinkley. And if you didn't get that reference, then shame on you Only Connect fans. You probably preferred the ones with Scooby-Dum and Scrappy-Doo. Joining me to connect the clues tonight are, on my right, John Payne, a politics and economics student who spent 3 days in a Nicaraguan hospital suffering from dysentery. Richard Arthur, a geology enthusiast who enjoys family holidays visiting burial stones. And their captain, Sanjoy Sen, a chemical engineer who has worked in Ireland, Holland, Norway, Italy and Brazil, but spends most of his time in Aberdeen. Linked by the likelihood of getting lost, they are the Wanderers. Tell us how you met your teammates.
Well, we're the team of solo applicants, so we met in the pub an hour before the audition, and we're just taking it from there.
Oh, you're another of our One Direction teams put together, and may I say how magnificent you look this evening. You will be playing tonight on my left. James Manson, an English teacher and native New Zealander who was chased out of the Sistine Chapel by armed security guards. Megan Manson, a Japanese studies graduate who has appeared on Japanese television talking to children about graveyards. And their captain, Jennifer Shearman, a university lecturer whose son's shoes have been on holiday with Welsh Assembly member Mark Reckless. United by an appetite for education, they are the Pedagogues. Two of your teammates share a surname. How did you all meet?
Well, I used to work with James. We taught together in the same school, and in latter years I introduced him to my sister Megan, who is now Megan Manson.
Thank you for joining us. You won the toss. Pedagogues, you'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
OK. Well, we're going to have the music question right from the off. You will be hearing up to 4 apparently random clues. They all have something in common. What is it? The first one is coming in now.
Oh, top one.
Well done. Damn it. Excellent. Shall we next?
We have to.
Next. Pass.
Yeah, we need another one.
Next.
Is this not Vivaldi? So is it something about the 4 seasons?
4 things.
4? We need the last one.
Next. They all feature 4 things.
I don't think on this quiz I can take that, I'm afraid. I'll give you one more go to say something more specific.
4 seasons.
Not it, I'm afraid. Wanderers, you've got the chance of a bonus point.
We think they're the 4 elements.
They are elements. What did we hear?
Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
With
Fire.
fire.
Handel's Water Music.
Yep.
The Hollies, Air That I
The
Breathe.
Hollies, Air That I Breathe, and When I Am Laid in Earth from Purcell's opera Dido and Aeneas. Elements were there. Well spotted for the bonus, and you may choose your own question.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
It's not disputed between countries. Is it? Dispute. It might be the new volcanic islands. Next. Next one.
Next, please.
That's,
Named or something.
no, that's still called Christmas Island.
Nuclear tests. No, next.
Nuclear tests, yeah.
Nuclear tests not disputed.
Next.
That was changed the administration.
These are islands that have changed sovereignty in that year.
Well, that's right, they changed sovereignty. They were handed over from one country to another. The Senkaku Islands from the USA to Japan, Christmas Island, UK to Australia, Macau from Portugal to China, and Hong Kong you didn't need to see. That was from Britain to China. So you get 2 points, well done. And over to you, Pedagogues, for a choice.
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax? OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
What are the famous songs? Yeah. Next. A table tennis bat. Next.
Yeah.
Next. Roulette wheels. They got a 00, black and red.
Or black and red.
Should we go black and red?
Yeah.
They're all black and red.
is the right answer. You didn't need to see the last one. Dennis the Menace is top.
Can I say quickly, I was singing that in the shower this morning.
You could only be saying that, knowing that I will invite you to share it with the rest of us. I assume you're speaking of Red and Black, the song from Les Mis.
And I had a very short shower because I overslept, and so I only had time for one, and that was the only one that I sang with.
Bring the scene alive for me.
Oh, God.
The water's coming down,
and...
and...
not very good. Red, the blood of angry men. Join in, please. Black, the dark of ages past. I can't really stop. I'm feeling a little bit...
Absolutely lovely. No applause from the other team.
We were just stunned into silence.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful performance. Thank you very much. I would give you 400 bonus points if I could. Sadly, I can't. Rubbers on a table tennis bat. Apparently, it's customary in professional table tennis to show your opponent both sides of the bat so that they can tell how much spin is likely to come off them. And you have different colours so that they know, oh, the red side is the spinny side. You can't fox people by spinning it over too quickly and changing black for black. It's a sort of a politeness thing in table tennis. Roulette wheel, of course, red or black. Very well done. Back to you, Wanderers, after that lovely performance. Which question would you like?
Horn and Viper, please.
OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah, it's like I'm about to pay it.
You replace the I with an A, maybe to get another to double it. Should we try it?
Yeah, go for it.
These you can repeat, but swap the I for an A, so you get chit-chats, knick-knack.
You've spotted it. You didn't need the next clues. Gibber for jibber-jabber, pitter for pitter-patter. You simply swap the I for an A, repeat them, and you've got a phrase. Well spotted. Are you good at the word questions generally?
I like them, yeah. They make me happy.
That's nice. It's very rare that someone comes onto this show to be made happy, so that is a real twist in the tale. I'm delighted. Pedagogues, what would you like next?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Big, biz. Yeah, next. Pardon?
So it could be a place, could be a person.
Ben Groats, next.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Okay. So there must be something missing.
Benoit. Mr. Ben.
So,
Next.
yeah.
Next, please.
Doesn't help, does it?
No, not really.
2 seconds.
They are all habitats of birds.
That's a lovely guess. It's not one we've had before among the random guesses. Sadly, not the answer. So, Wanderers, you've got the chance for bonus.
It's when your name is derived from your parents' name, so on the patronymic or matronymic.
That's exactly what it is. It's parts of a surname that indicate lineage. So, Ben, in Hebrew, it would be Ben Shmuel if you're the son of Samuel, something like that. O in Irish. Ap, where's that from?
Is it Welsh?
Lovely Welsh, of course. Not so common now. Hugh in the gallery said, oh, no, it's only 10 or 12 of my friends are called that now. Quite rare, apparently. Dottir, of course, Icelandic, that's the famous one, or son at the end, shows lineage in a name. Well done. So that was another bonus for you, and you may have the last question of the round, the water question. What is the connection between these picture clues? Here's the first.
Next, please.
That's right. Yeah.
Next, please.
That's a 4 seasons picture. So is it 4 seasons? Then, might be the name of the film. Oh no.
Try the next one, maybe.
Next, please. The Four Seasons.
Somebody guessed that earlier, didn't they, on a question? It's not the answer to this one either, I'm afraid. Pedagogues, over to you now for a possible bonus point.
Ginger.
And why would that be?
Well, I think there's Ginger Rogers. Didn't get much further than that.
Interesting. No. If you were a team of 6, you might fumble your way towards the answer. It is a Four Seasons pizza in the third clue. Yeah. The first one, it's more, what is that a still from? And it's a film called Holiday Inn. Steve Marriott is the front man of The Small Faces, and the last one, Perez Hilton. It's hotel chains. They all share their names with hotel chains. So no bonus points there. At the end of round 1, the Pedagogues have 2 points, the Wanderers have 7. On to round 2, the sequences round. This time the teams may see a maximum of 3 clues because they're coming in a sequence and I want to know what would be fourth. Pedagogues, you'll be going first again. Please choose your round 2 hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
Lion. You're about to see the first in a sequence of pictures. What would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Time starts now.
Richard Iowati.
Iowati. Moss. Next.
Moss.
Next. Stephen.
Merchant.
Moss. Merchant.
These banks.
Yeah, I think Banks. Next.
You might need the next one, I
Banks.
suppose.
Do we mean, do we go Banks? Or...
No, it's got to be the fourth.
Okay. Next.
Damn. I don't know who that is, no.
Right, well, what could we go? We could go Moss and go for Lichen.
What's the next one? It's next one.
2 seconds. Oh no, the clocks are run down. You're out of time. So Wanderers,
Just guess a random person.
do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Michael Owen.
I'm afraid that's not it. In that first picture, Richard Iowati. The second one, Stephen Merchant.
Yeah.
The third, Edward Tudorpole. I wanted to hear... They are hosts of the Crystal Maze. I wanted to hear Richard O'Brien. We are going backwards towards that iconic host. Very conveniently for us here at Only Connect, they have had 4 hosts of the Crystal Maze, and we're going backwards. Richard O'Brien was the
There's
answer.
a statue of him in my hometown in New Zealand.
Do you know, I was wondering if the problem was that you don't watch the Crystal Maze in New Zealand.
No, it's just been on.
It's just been on and they put up a statue of the host already.
He lives in New Zealand now.
Do you know how many years this show has been going, where's the statue of me in Cardiff? Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to make my own and put it up at night. Good luck taking it down. Well, unlucky then not to get that one. And no bonus points either, Wanderers, but you may choose your own question.
Twisted flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Right, next.
Zeros. Oh, is it zero free range for chickens?
Okay.
Yeah.
Embarrass myself here.
Shall we go for the one more?
Is it? I think it's zero free range. Well, you can do
What does it mean?
Go.
Zero free range?
Yeah. Go on.
0 free range.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, so I'm going to show the third in a sequence of the Pedagogues for a possible bonus point.
Zero organic.
0 organic.
0 organic is the answer. What is the sequence?
They are sort of grades of egg, or, you know, ways that you could classify eggs.
EU egg codes.
Yeah.
This is a rather classic Only Connect type of question. I expect the producer loves this one. EU egg coding, and we're going backwards towards 0 for organic. Very well done. I expect you knew the sequence.
Yep.
Just guessed the wrong egg. Well done, Pedagogues. You get a bonus. And what would you like for your own question?
2 reads, please.
OK. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next.
Could be sports, could be anything.
Yeah. Next. Is this when they joined the EU? No.
Could be borders, could be
Yeah.
something along
So
those
6,
lines.
7. So it was 7.
Something with 7. Well,
France,
should we have a look at the next one?
Yeah. Next. Sweden.
Okay.
7. Denmark.
So it's got to be a number.
Yeah.
We're looking at Germany would be a big
Yeah,
country.
Yeah, maybe Germany.
What if we don't know the answer?
Yeah.
2 seconds.
7 : Germany.
Unlucky. It's not Germany. Wanderers, another bonus chance for you.
7 Republic of Ireland.
That is the right answer, 7 Ireland. And why would that be?
These are the number of times these countries have won the Eurovision Song Contest.
It is Eurovision Song Contest wins, going up to the maximum 7 wins for Ireland. Correct at time of recording, I should say, although the chances of any of these countries ever winning the Eurovision Song Contest again, it's just going to be Ukraine and Lithuania forever now, I think. At time of recording, 7 Ireland is the correct answer. So you get the bonus point, and what question would you like?
Horned viper, please.
A horned viper, OK. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Is it kids, cats, sacks, wives from how many people are going to St Ives? Kids, cats, sacks,
next.
wives. Yeah.
Just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Wives.
Wives.
Is the right answer. You nearly went for the big gamble after one clue, didn't you?
Yeah, so.
What is this sequence?
It's the poem, As I Was Going to St Ives, I met a man with 7 wives, kids, cats, sacks, wives. How many?
That's it. So with 7 wives, and every wife had 7 sacks, and every sack had 7 cats, and every cat had 7 kids. And people tend to say the answer is 1, which is quite annoying, don't they? How many were going to St Ives? 1, because I was going to St Ives. They were all coming the other way. If you do include all of them, do you know the answer?
2,400 and...
Too late, 2,802. 2,802. But it's very annoying that the answer is either 1, which is annoying in one way, or 2,802, which is annoying in another way, because if you're counting I and everyone, then you're missing out all the other people who are going to St Ives. You're the only people that are going that day. It's a very annoying riddle. How many were going to St Ives? Kits, cats, sacks, wives. Very well done for the points. Back to you, Pedagogues, for a choice.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
First one, cats. Cats, dogs. So next. Who was that?
I don't know. It was a kid again.
Yeah, but then it's a sequence, so... Yeah. Next, please. Nixon's predecessor. Who was before Nixon?
Johnson? Kennedy. Yeah, Kennedy Johnson.
So it's Johnson.
Johnson. Okay. Maybe it's not.
3 seconds.
Washing... No, I don't know.
No, OK. Wanderers, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Ulrika Johnson.
I can't
Wrong
accept
spelling,
it.
isn't it?
What do you think the sequence is?
No. It's John Stone with John
yeah.
Ston, Johnson, so it was a letter going each time.
We'll
and we
look for
tried
Johnson.
Yeah, you're very unlucky because you've got the sequence, but it's the wrong answer.
spelling.
We went with the author of The Alchemist. Yes, what's going on? The Perth football team is St Johnston, which has an E on the end. You take that off, you get Alan Johnston, that was the kidnapped journalist, and lose the T, Nixon's predecessor, Lyndon B. Johnson. We need to lose 1 letter, and Ben Jonson, that author, I mean, they didn't have standardised spelling in his day, but we spell it without the H. And Ulrika Johnson, 2 S's, unfortunately. 2 S's. So you can't have her. She doesn't fit with the sequence. Never mind, you may have your own question. It'll be the water question. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Snow.
Should we just
Next.
remember the learned society? Should we just get into it?
Next.
Vertical shot.
Is it
Pale.
no, vertical shot.
Yeah, it's pale, hearty, but well. Oh, there's a phrase. Something. What's my well met?
Go for it.
We think it might be
Met.
met.
Have a look at the other clues.
Metropolitan Police.
Metropolitan Police would be a lovely answer. We went with a more straightforward, came face to face with. Yes, we want something that indicates met. And why? What's the sequence?
I don't know what the second one is, but the first one is hail and the third one is well. So it was hail something well met.
Fellow, yes. So a member of a learned society, a fellow, like a fellow of a college. Hail fellow well met is a sort of hyphenated adjective, meaning excessively cheery person. We don't have many of those here, but apparently there is an adjective meaning that. Well spotted. That means at the end of round 2, the Pedagogues have 3 points, the Wanderers have 13. Time now for the connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues need sorting into 4 connected groups of 4. You'll be going first this time, Wanderers, so please choose lion or water.
Lion, please.
Lion. You have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Highgate Prison.
Northern stations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Highgate, yeah.
Highgate,
Yeah. Oval. Angel.
Angel. Okay, so
Okay.
just on cheap. Okay. Anything else?
There's some Delight as well.
Stri-
There's Delight as well.
Oh, Rap's Delight, Shepherd's
Shepherd's
Delight,
Delight,
yeah.
Turkish Delight, Angel Delight.
Rap's Delight,
Nice.
right. Mince meats, mince pie, erotica.
There's pies, there's stargazy pies, a pie,
Okay, mince
cottage
pie,
pie,
cottage
cottage
pie,
pie.
yeah.
Okay, that one.
Is Homerton pie a thing, or burnt? Should we try it?
Well done.
3 lives now,
Okay.
plenty of
So
time.
what are the stations then?
You've got Bank,
Bank. Right.
Burnt.
We'll do 3 of them.
Have you tried the stations yet?
No,
you haven't. Okay.
Highgate.
Okay.
So,
It's a bit Highgate
Take
and
it easy
Oval.
then, that was all
yeah,
time.
so Frozen,
Right.
Holiday, Erotica. Is that Madonna? Are they Madonna songs?
Holiday is, Hollywood is, Frozen is, yes. Erotica is.
So are we happy with that?
Go for it.
So,
We'll
do
go
you
so
wanna-
Oval.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You've solved the wall. Quick work. So that's 4 points immediately for the groups, and I will give you more points if you can tell me the connections. What about the first blue group, Angel, Turkish, Shepherds, Rappers?
Delight.
It is Delight. I'm not familiar with Rappers Delight. Do you know what that is?
Instead of do the hip hop, and you don't stop the rock, do the bang bang boogie, so up jump the boogie with the something.
Magnificent. You certainly get the point for that connection. And what about the green group, Homity, Mince, Cottage, Stargazy?
Pies.
They're all simply different types of pie. And what about the next Burgundy group, Burnt Oak, Highgate, Bank, Oval?
Tube stations.
They're simply London tube stations. And Frozen, Hollywood, Holiday, Erotica.
Maybe Madonna songs.
The good news is they are Madonna songs. Very well done. You found 4 groups. You told me 4 connections. I will give you bonus points for getting it all right. That is the maximum of 10. Let's bring in the pedagogues now, give them the other connecting wall and see what they can do about solving it. It'll be the water wall for you. 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Okay, so we've got some painters, artists, you've got casinos.
Things you'd find in a desert.
Yeah, so we've definitely got Mirage, Golden Nugget, Bellagio, Flamingo. But what's the other ones then?
So there's the authors there, so Mirage.
Go on, you go, authors.
Presently painted
Painters.
Let's go wherever.
Oh, Citron Saxo, Citron Belingo, Citron Picasso, and Citron...
Mirage.
Yeah, maybe Mirage. Right, I'm going to try a few of these, you carry on.
So we've got painters and casinos.
Right, there you go. So let's go. I'm going to go
Right,
casinos,
okay,
and then
so
you keep trying.
So Derby, Miro.
Keep trying that one,
Yeah,
but we don't
okay.
know any other ones. So you go.
Well, the
you
sand
go
dune might be a
painters.
casino.
Mirage, Bellagio.
Yeah, try that.
Do you want to try the sand dune as a casino?
Sand dune.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll miss out Bellagio then. Golden Nugget. What was it? Mirage. What was the other one?
And maybe the...
Stratosphere.
Or do we want to try the desert ones? So if we take Oasis, Mirage, Camel and Sand Dune, yes.
Oasis.
Mirage, Camel and Sand Dune.
Lovely.
Right.
3 lives now.
So,
Right.
now the Stratosphere is definitely like the
Well,
Stratosphere.
let's go with the casinos because the
Flamingo,
artists
sorry.
seems more difficult. So we're pretty confident that Flamingo's not an artist and Golden Nugget's not
and
an artist.
Stratosphere isn't one, and
and-
Golden Nugget
right.
one. But so
Try it.
must have
That
tried.
wasn't an artist because we tried it for artists.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. So that is 4 points for the groups. And what about the connections? Picasso, Saxo, Cactus, Berlingo.
They are Citroen cars.
They are Citroen cars. Well done. And the green group, Mirage, Oasis, Camel, Sand Dune.
They're things you'd find in a desert.
Well, you certainly would in cartoons. I mean, whether you really would if you walked through one, I don't know. But things you can find in a desert, correct. And the next group, Golden Nugget, Stratosphere, Bellagio, Flamingo.
They are casinos in Las Vegas.
They are casinos. I used to stay at the Golden Nugget when the tournament was at the Horseshoe. Those were the days.
I had both my honeymoon and got engaged in Las Vegas.
Really?
So, yes.
Was it at one of these casinos?
No, I got engaged on the gondola, the fake gondola ride at the Venetian.
I love that. Now, you see, when you turn up and the boatman says indoor or outdoor gondola,
Yeah.
that's my kind of gondola. And the final group, Dali or Daly, Goya, and so on.
They are
Artists.
Artists?
So we have to go
Surrealist.
further and say Spanish.
They are Spanish artists, absolutely right, Spanish painters. So all 4 groups, all 4 connections, and a bonus of 2 for getting everything right. That is a maximum of 10. Very well done. Let's have a look at the scores going into the final round. The Pedagogues have 13 points, the Wanderers have 23. Time now for the missing vowels round. We've taken the vowels out of well-known names, phrases and sayings, squished up the consonants, and I want to know, teams, what are the disguised clues? Fingers on buzzers. I can tell you that the first group are all comic book characters and their alter egos. Pedagogues?
Superman and Clark Kent.
Correct. Pedagogues?
Iron Man and Tony Stark.
Correct. Pedagogues? Too long, I'm afraid, Wanderers, do you know? Nope, it's Blade and Eric Brooks. Next clue.
Captain
Pedagogues?
America and Steve Rogers.
Correct. Next category, American state mottos. Pedagogues?
In God we trust.
That's right. This is a weird one from Alaska. North to the future. Next clue. Pedagogues?
Live free or die.
That's right. Wanderers?
Equal rights.
Yes, it is. Next category, vegetarian dishes. Wanderers?
Nut roast.
Correct. Pedagogues?
Tofu stir fry.
Well done. Pedagogues?
Falafel wrap.
Correct. Wanderers?
Boiled egg and soldiers.
Correct. Next category, works of Samuel Taylor Coleridge. No time to tell me that was, of course, Kubla Khan, but the bell has gone for the end of the quiz, and the winners and through to the next round with 26 points are the Wanderers. Finishing second with 19, it's the Pedagogues. What an amazing round 4 for you, James. My goodness. Absolute dark horse of the missing vowels. Very impressive performance.
I collect comic books.
You don't know how many comic books this man has.
Very well done. It's been great to meet you, and that was a rousing performance at the end. Thank you very much for playing. Well done, Wanderers. You are through, and we'll see you again. And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show, we have a special Only Connect helpline you can call. It's manned by one of our former security guards, old Gwilym Pugh. 24 years in the Paras. He's quite an old-school guy, Gwilym. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. He's no nonsense. But if you're happy to share your problems and be told quite robustly how to buck your ideas up, essentially shouted at to stop blubbing, I'm not surprised you have trouble in relationships, lectured on conscription, you know what? Don't call the hotline. I'm not sure Gwilym Pugh was the right person for that job. Goodbye.